Okay guys, last clip we were right down there and we came up and we were pretty sure that this was beauty spot. We walked all the way up here, then skirted all the way back around down, decided there was no good spots here to camp, so we decided we would just push on and try to find something else. And in the process we met another hiker, probably a through hiker, headed north, and he said that no, this is not beauty spot. So that's kind of strange, we thought, because it really went according to the map that I'm carrying, which I will admit it's an outdated map. It's 2013, it's AWOL's guide. But it's been about a half a mile back where we was at the water source that I just showed you. So I don't know, we'll see. But he said that there is indeed another bog coming up. And the way he was talking sounded like there might even be water nearby. So according to the map, there is no water at Beauty Spot. It's half a mile before you get there. So we're gonna see, and I guess I'll do some video there. Okay, I'm calling it. I could be wrong, but I'm still calling it. I'm saying this is Beauty Spot up here. It's got to be it.
What if they had like
Have a what? A beach?
Yeah.
I don't think... If we've hit the beach, we've gone too far. And that would explain why that last half mile seemed like a lot more than a half a mile. There's the RV. Alright. This is it. Do some more video at the top. Okay guys, we are here on top of Beauty Spot now. We've got everything set up. You may not be able to hear because of the wind. But as you can see, I've got my dual mid. I've got our stuff set up inside there, and it does block a lot of wind, so that is really cool. Then Joe's got his Z-Pack Solo Hexamid tarp, and his this is the first gen Hexanet, or actually I think he called it the Internet 10 or something. Anyway, so he's set up there. We got a fire ring here, but I don't think we're going to do a fire because there's too much wind up here. But we've got some excellent views. Including that view of the RV. But I don't know how well you can see that out there, but that is really awesome. We can look down on the valleys and the ridges, and then there's this huge flat land past it, and then there's mountains off in the distance. So that's really awesome. Really good views. There are some clouds in the sky. We're supposed to get some rain tomorrow. Just kind of give you a 360 here. And we're back where we started. So we'll probably head down that way just a little bit to cook our dinner in a little bit, because there's hardly any wind blowing down there, so our stoves won't suffer quite so bad. But anyway, this is Beauty Spot. It is a beautiful spot. It's cool. You can see the clouds are, that mountain, the top of that mountain is actually in the clouds. Look at those mountains there. That's so awesome. Alright guys, kind of dark. It's 7:24. We were just set up right up there on top of Beauty Spot, but looking at the weather forecast and stuff, they're called for scattered thunderstorms tonight. So just to make sure that, you know, looking at the clouds and stuff, I don't think it's going to be too bad, but you never know. It's supposed to move in around 11 though. So we're going to hike on down a little farther and see if we can find a spot that's a little more sheltered rather than just right up on the top of a bald. There's another vehicle pulling up. But anyway, so we're just going to go down, just find a spot. We just need to find a spot for 2 tents to set up. Everything's actually calmed down really well now. Not really a lot of wind blowing and stuff, but that's cool. Anyway, Matthew had him a good little nap. He took him probably about an hour-long nap. Just pulled his sleeping pad and stuff out on the bald, and he laid there and took him a good nap. So, but anyway, it's still really pretty out there. Got some good views a long way. But they've really changed the weather forecast up. Like I said, they're calling for rain starting about 11 tonight, and then kind of, I think, mostly up until the mid-morning or morning time. And then it's supposed to be kind of partly sunny. And then after that, it's supposed to start raining around noon tomorrow until tomorrow, into tomorrow night. And then Sunday morning, it's supposed to start raining around 5, 6 o'clock. So we're just going to push on a little farther, see what we can find. We got to practice our takedown, so that was good. Anyway, we'll see ya. Well, I probably won't do much more video tonight, just because, you know, we got to find a spot and get set up. But anyway, I wanted to do some video while I could, because tomorrow, if it's going to be rainy, I may not get a chance to do a lot of video. So that's it. This is the leaving beauty spot. Alright guys, good morning. So this is the spot we came upon. It's a little bit past Indian Gap. Appalachian Trail runs down there, down the other side of that little hill there. And southbound is headed that way, northbound is headed that way. Anyway, we passed Indian Gap and hiked up just a little ways, and we saw a couple other hikers camped out, and they were telling us there were some sights this way. So I was hiking along, and I saw a little trail that kind of led off the trail this way. I came up here and found this big spot, so this is where we set up. Didn't rain at all last night, but condensation was pretty rough. The inside of the deal, I mean, it's completely, I mean, it's wet. Anyway, last night Joe was hanging his food bag up there, and as he was hanging his food bag, there was a car that came by. So as it turns out, just right down there, I mean, just right there, there's a gravel road. So looks like there's Joe getting up. What's up?
Hey.
So anyway, this is where we're at. Not exactly sure where it is on the map. I'm using a piece of the AWOL 2013 AT guide, and I've got to say that a lot of it, since just before Beauty Spot, has not been matching up so well. So I don't know if it's because the trail has just been rerouted some or what, but lots of the landmarks have been showing up, but not near what the mileage has been suggesting. So I'm not really sure exactly where we are. But anyway, we're going to hang out here for a little bit, cook us some breakfast, and get packed up and head on. So, alright, I'll see you down the trail. Alright, now we've watched Joe cross over to the other side. Anyway, we're not quite to the shelter yet, but we've been coming up on these streams, really nice streams. Goes way up in there. You see, really pretty clear water. Lots of places to get water on this section. Anyway, we're supposed to be coming up on a spring in about another half a mile, so that'll be neat to see. Joe said he's going to straight up drink straight from it. Said he's hardcore. But anyway, Everything's looking good so far. It's 10 o'clock. Supposedly the showers aren't supposed to start until about noon. So we'll see how that goes. Talked to, I think we've met 6 or 7 hikers. Joe's talking about the big tree. I think we've met 6 or 7 hikers headed north this morning already. One of them was talking about he doesn't think that we're really going to get anything as far as weather. He said that there's a big front down in the Texas area that's moving this way. But other than that, everything looks fine. So, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. Everything's going good. Talk to you later. Okay, so here we are. We just came from that direction. And this is the spring. You can hear it flowing all up underneath the ground up there. So that's pretty cool. Technically that water you can drink straight from. Spider webs and all. Anyway, we're heading this way. And I think that we have decided that we're just going to hike out today. So skip all the rain tonight. And maybe this afternoon and go and take a shower at Joe's house and then go get some pizza and beers. He can't have beer.
I'll have some Coke.
Yeah, I'll have Coke. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hike on up to the shelter up here a little bit and stop for a second and have some crackers and stuff, a little lunch, and then we're going to push on out. Should have about a 5-mile hike out and then another mile on the road to the car at the hotel.
So it's kind of like a 10K.
And kind of like a 10K. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see you up the trail.
Yeah, we'll use Jessica.
Alright, so we just came from this way. That's headed north on the trail. And we came to what looks like maybe an old shelter site. Maybe it was something different, I don't know. But on occasion you'll come to something like this where you'll see the remnants of an old shelter and they've moved it down the trail somewhere. And Joe walked down here and said there's camping down there. There's camping spots. Yeah. So the shelter should be a little bit farther up here, so we're going to go and check it out. Okay, so that may have been an old shelter. We didn't come very far, but here's the new one. I think this is Curly Maple or something or another.
Curly Burt?
Curly Burt. You're thinking of Bert and Ernie. Curly Maple Gap Shelter. It's on the side there. There we go. Got a decent little water source out front. Nice little sitting area. How's it going, man?
Going.
Through hiker?
Yeah.
All right. What's your name?
Cowboy?
Cowboy. All right. When'd you start?
I started March 9th.
March 9th.
On the approach trail.
That's cool. Did you stay here last night?
No, I just got here about 5 minutes or so ago.
Well, this is a nice one.
Yeah.
I like how they put the wire down on the bottom of some of them.
Yeah,
Keeps people from
still
throwing a
have
bunch
some
of...
gaps.
Yeah, but I tell you, it's so much cleaner up under there. People throw all kind of junk up under there.
The wind blows a lot of stuff up in there.
Yeah. There's a few good spots set up tents. Decent anyway. Be on a little bit of a slope. Alright, we're going to take our packs off for a minute and have some lunch or snack, and we're going to head on. Alright, so we've been following this creek. Been trying to get some good long exposure shots here and there. But we've been following this creek for a while. I think Joe and Matthews decided to leave me. They got tired of waiting on me to take pictures. But anyway, boy, this is pretty. This is so pretty. So anyway, as I said already, we're going to hike out today. Joe has talked us into, we were trying to decide on Buffalo Wild Wings or there's a pizza place he's been trying to get me to eat at with him since I started hiking with him. And I think he's talked us into that place. Says they got some good, well, they got a few good beers, so go and get me some pizza and beer when we get done with this hike. But anyway, not really much else to say. There's been a number of hikers we've met. There was 3 we met. They didn't have any kind of packs or anything on. They were wearing some warrior hike shirts. So I guess they were warrior hikers. Anyway, I figured the trail's probably going to stay like this. Pretty much all the way out. Then we got, like I say, how's it going?
Yeah, fine.
Alright, y'all through hiking?
Yeah.
Alright, what's your names?
Mr. and Mrs. Fancy.
Miss and Mrs. Fancy. Alright, where y'all from?
From Germany.
Germany. I've seen 3 people now from Germany.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we have a couple in Erwin.
Yes, in the hospital.
okay, alright. Well, that's where I'm headed. I'm just out doing a section hike, so.
Okay.
But it's good to meet y'all. Y'all have a good hike. Alright. So anyway, here's a nice little footbridge crossing the water. You can see we just been happening upon a lot of hikers like that. Of course, there's the water here. But anyway, Uncle Johnny's is just down the trail here, so most of them are probably coming from there. So, well, it looks like we got a little blowdown here. Actually, the trails have been in pretty good shape. Actually, too, I want to say that the first part yesterday, what we hiked, there seemed to be a lot of new trail, because you can see where the old trail would go, and of course we were directed towards a new trail, and you can tell that the sides have been cut out, you know, recently anyway, and so there's a lot of old trails. And also, I say that too because, like I said, I had some issues with, and keep in mind it is a 2013 version of AWOL's through hiker guide. But up around right before we got to Beauty Spot, we started noticing a bunch of inconsistencies with what was on the page that I photocopied from his book and what we actually saw on the trail. So I figured some of that may have had something to do too with the new trail. So I figured the new 2015 version probably a little more accurate. But anyway, I figure I should be getting pretty close. I need to catch up with them. So I'll just see you down the trail. Alright, I'm still hiking. But man, this is just a pretty area. It's wide open. That's northbound on the trail, and just right around the corner there's a footbridge going over a big wide part of the stream, and it's beautiful. That's the only way to put it. I mean, I love this kind of stuff. And there they are, waiting on us. Looks like they've met another hiker with a dog. He's not wearing a pack though. At least he's got the dog on a leash, it looks like. This will be the first one. But anyway. What's up, puppy? How's it going?
You can bet the cat went on about 3/4 of a mile, but the rest of it's about 2 miles. Okay.
What's up?
Hey.
I do a 2 mile trip. I go to the second or third bridge.
I was. Alright guys, we are almost back. That is headed north on the trail, and this is headed south. We're almost to the railroad tracks, which is about a half a mile before we get to Uncle Johnny's. And you can actually see down there in the picture, that bridge, that is the railroad tracks going across the river down there to the other side. So we're getting there. We're almost there. It is 12:20. I figure we'll be there probably about I don't know, before 1 for sure. Also, despite the weather forecast of it's going to rain today, I'm calling BS on that. There is some clouds up in the sky, and it may have a shower or so I guess it could still come true, but it's kind of sunny. I'm starting to feel a little burn on my face a little bit despite wearing my hat, so I pulled out the old umbrella, so it works good for rain or shine. So anyway, I'll see you down the trail. Okay, not 100% sure, but I just saw the railroad tracks off to my left, so I figure we'll be crossing those pretty soon. Definitely tell we're almost there. The trail is just kind of getting flat. And of course I can hear more vehicles and stuff out beside me. Yeah, I see the railroad tracks through there. So, from here, I think it's only like 0.6 miles to Uncle Johnny's. And then, of course, once we get to Uncle Johnny's, we'll keep going a mile or so down the road. So here's a warning sign. There you go. Don't climb under the cars. Wait on it. We actually just heard a train come through just a little while ago. Thought it would have been pretty neat just for video to get it on video. Oh man. See the river out there closer. So, alright. Well, I'll put this up and I figure I'll be coming out at the road in just a moment, but actually I think I see it right up there. Yeah, I see the bridge. And I can even see Uncle Johnny's through the trees. So, let's just see here. See what we see. I'll just run the video out like this, I guess. I guess I can talk a little bit about some gear. My son and I split the gear. He carried the food, I carried the tent and the stove. He carried food in a bear canister. Some folks asked me why we carried a bear canister, and my answer to that is because I'm trying to let my son see how this pack does. He's got the ULA OHM 2.0. This is his first hike with it. Next year we're going to be doing a hike with a bit more weight in it than what's in it now. So I'm kind of wanting to let him kind of get used to it and see if, you know, if it's going to work out for him. So he carried the bear canister with the food. There they are. All right. So there's the trail there. I think we're going to go on because this guy's waiting on us. Alright, so that is where the trail continues south. I got to come back here later this year and hike from this spot here and just show you right about there to Hot Springs, or vice versa, one way or the other. But anyway, I'm going to walk down, get you a close-up of Uncle Johnny's. They have a hostel, small resupply, everything. There's Uncle Johnny sitting there. So there it is. And this is where we're going to call our hike quits. So y'all are there. Alright, y'all want to say bye? Y'all have fun? Matthew? Alright, he's tired. Alright, we'll see you later.